Great. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Healthy Waves. This is the podcast where I'll say it's just a space, rather than only podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of extraordinary individuals, people who have carved their own paths, defied the odds, and continue to inspire others to do the same as well. So today we have an absolute force of nature joining us, someone whose life is a masterpiece painted with bold strokes of adventure, reinvention, and the creativity. So, born in Mongolia and often at the age of 2, she has since traveled over 60 countries, sending her artwork into the outer space with SpaceX, authoring a guidebook on joyful living, and founding a boutique hotel and property management company in Lisbon. So Sia embodies the spirit of resilience, creativity, and the limitless possibilities. So also, I have to say, she is an artist, an engineer, and a nomadic soul, and above all, an inspiration. So everyone, please welcome Aisha Makara. So welcome to the show, Aisha.
Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here with you, Avik. Thank you for having me again, and appreciate your energy and the time. Yes,
Lovely.
it's a very interesting journey, right? Like we're
Yeah.
living in this interesting time that we're facing.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm just learning more and more how to stay joyful no matter what's going on in my life, and I'm feeling
Hmm.
like each experience it's a way to improve and be
Yeah.
better.
Exactly. That's very, very true. Yeah. And I mean, your story is nothing sort of breathtaking, I would say. So, from being orphaned at 2 to traveling across the globe, building businesses, and even sending your art to the outer space, I mean, your life is a testament to the reinvention. So, what do you think was the defining moment that set you on this path of constant evolution?
I think the idea of the freedom for me,
Mm-hmm.
like I in the beginning, of course, I look at the freedom or like the way that I get to guide myself through the experience, and I didn't have anyone around me who can kind of give me advice or protect me, because I was feeling not having parents, it's kind of like a curse, and
Mm-hmm.
now I kind of switch it around and I said to myself, it's a blessings because I get to navigate myself in such an early age and kind of like figuring out what worked best for me. And, like an early age through the idea of the freedom, the
Mm-hmm.
idea of what I would like to create in my life and the way I want to create it in my life. So I said to myself, yes, it's not easy. Time to time is not easy at all by not having any kind of like I would say pillow, like where I can kind of like when I have days where I get to relax and rest. At the same time, I said to myself, universe of God, always there with me, protecting me, and it's my whole universe and all planet Earth is my family. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm safe no matter where I'm in the world, and I create this safety around me because I
Mm-hmm.
choose to. And by living a dream that I'm doing right now and traveling around the world and having all these challenges that I have, I enjoy all of them. Like right now, I'm in Lisbon in Portugal. I'm again like I would say like restarting my life again. And I'm feeling it's a blessing because I know that I'm home. Lisbon or Portugal is my home, and I really enjoy to be home. I don't know how long I'm going to be in my home. I just know that
Mm-hmm.
this year I would like to slow down a little bit and don't travel so much, just being here around my friends and the things that I like and enjoy. And I just feel like it's the freedom, the feeling of the freedom that I have
Mm-hmm.
in my heart, like living in the places where I want to live and do the thing that I love to do,
Mm-hmm.
and by being authentic myself and
Yeah.
expressing myself with a gratitude and grace, and
Hmm.
saying to the people like everyone have opportunity to
Okay.
live the dream life now,
Hmm.
when they choose to. And everyone has the opportunity to be inspired, by being,
Mm.
again, authentic and being positive towards believing that we
Mm.
deserve absolutely anything that we create for ourselves. And
Okay.
that's, for me, it's testimonial of
Mm.
reality that I'm living in, because I trust that I'm a powerful creator
Yeah.
living my dream life each day of my life.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really fascinating, like how you have embraced the reinvention so many times. Like a lot of people feel stuck in a version of themselves that they think they should be, rather than they who they could be. So, how do you find the courage to step into the unknown and reinvent yourself over and over again?
I just trusted the process. I just feel
Uh,
like, yes, I don't have this, like, let's say I don't have the experience in this field,
mm,
on or in this space. And I
yeah.
know that by me showing up and continue to learn and ask questions and be
Mm,
curious to learn and be a student, I will learn new things about myself, like that I
mm,
don't know yet. And it's still there for me. By
mm,
doing it, I'm just like throwing myself to the new experience, and I just do it day by day,
mm,
brick by brick. And I'm feeling like it's all about allow myself to create that space day by day by facing these things, facing the challenges, and like I would say, struggles day by
mm,
day, because it's become me. Each day I'm building and creating, it's me. It's like
right.
it helped me to ground myself more. It helps me to understand. It's something that I would like to continue to be in or not.
Mm,
Because if I don't do that for myself, I
yeah.
will not do, I will not know if it's
Mm,
still there, like if I like it or not. That's
yeah.
why I'm going and do it first. I'm giving myself that time and the energy to, like, showing up for myself. And after a while, I see, like, okay, that was a great experience. Do I want to continue to do that or not? For example, when I decided to be an artist and I didn't have any experience in art, or, like, I didn't
Mm,
go to the art school, and I said to myself, well, I'm going to learn with the artist. I'm going to go, to all these different shows and organize things and started to create more and more art. And
mm,
what happened is I understood that I'm an artist by heart. I learned one thing, that by being artist, nobody judge you, because they, like, look at you as a crazy and,
yeah.
like, as, colorful, or like kind of like a living in their own world. And I love
Mm,
it. I was saying, like, finally I found there a space where I can be authentic myself, and I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I just can be me, and that's
mm,
why I like to be an artist. I like to be this entrepreneurial artist who connect people, who create things, who adapt to the different reality in such a amazing and wonderful ways. And I'm feeling
mm,
like it's still me. And every time when I'm learning about the different spaces, I know I make that space more beautiful, more colorful,
mm,
more joyful, and better. That's why
correct.
I'm realizing I'm making, by being here in the planet Earth, I make planet
Mm,
Earth more colorful and more beautiful, more joyful and better. And by being around people, I make the life more beautiful and, joyful. And that's
mm,
why I started to kind of, like, realizing I get to continue to show up, because I make other people's life so beautiful and joyful, and because
yeah.
I am beautiful and joyful. And it's like when you started to see yourself in that light, and you
Mm,
started to kind of realizing how much power you create around, like the
mm,
energy that you're creating around, by
mm,
being there, by being authentic yourself, by communicating with your words, by being like this open and happy, joyful human being in the first place. and always learn, always being curious, always like face absolutely all what's coming your way. I say like the good, the bad, the ugly, all the
Mm.
darkness, because through the darkness we can learn that what is light, because light cannot go without darkness, darkness cannot go without light, yin and yang all
Yeah.
together. And I'm feeling like we have in us masculine and feminine in the same time, because we have
Mm.
something from our father and from our mother. So like we get to combine this together, and it's all energy, and it's all energy when we stop to look at ourselves as like Aisha, or Avik.
Mm.
We just look at ourselves as an energy, and and it's
Yeah.
changing all the time. We started to realize how powerful we are, how much we can create when we're
Mm.
letting go of self-limited beliefs, when we're letting go of thoughts, of like these
Mm.
thoughts that's I call it like a scarcity mindset, and started
Mm.
to kind of adapt to the abundance mindset.
Mm.
Understanding that our life, by being here on the planet Earth, we're already winners. We're already so rich by living this amazing life. And the richness of our life, it's by being each day where we are and
Mm.
living our dream that we do each day, because we're creators, we're powerful creators. That's what I believe in.
Exactly. That's lovely. That's really, really lovely one. Yeah. And like your work, whether it's art book or the business ventures, it radiates creativity. So, uh, you have built a life where creativity isn't just a kind of hobby, it's a kind of foundation. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to live more creatively but feels held back by fear or self-doubt?
I'm inviting them just to go first, different
Mm.
museums, go to explore different art exhibitions, different shows
Mm.
that's maybe performing theater, um, music shows, different things that can be more inspirational, give like a thoughts,
Mm.
different ideas, and maybe take a art class, or maybe take a like a ceramic class, anything like was connected to the creativity that you haven't
Mm.
done before. It can be like a dance, salsa, bachata, kizumba, tango, anything that
Yeah.
also connected to the, kind of like to the body, to like um, something different that you haven't done before. And that will open up the other doors for you, that when we want to be continue to
Mm.
explore, or we're feeling the curiosity, it's going to develop naturally. Throw yourself as a kid do. Don't think too
Mm.
much. Just do it day by day. And when we're kids, we don't have yesterday and tomorrow. We're just
Mm.
living present in the moment. That's what I'm inviting people to embody the moment. Really be here and now authentically, and enjoy the moment itself. And many of us always thinking about like what I'm going to do tomorrow, or like what's going to happen with me. I always worry about the things, and I feel like stop to worry, start to
Mm.
live, because it's no tomorrow. It's always you wake up. It's a today, and you're always figuring out life. It's like happening for us. You're always figuring out what's next.
Yeah.
Always find solution. What's next? It's not about um, like find the like problems. It's about to find solutions and
Mm.
look for the solutions all the time, because while we're here, life it matters. When we're not
Exactly.
here, it doesn't matter anymore. And I'm feeling like as far as we manage to live our life authentically and
Mm.
humble and honest, life just so beautiful. I don't know, like you're getting so much support
Mm.
from the universe, from the God, from angels. And
Yeah.
I feel like we get to go through some process in our life to, especially like something
Mm.
new that you haven't done before. Don't be scary, be curious.
Exactly. Lovely. That's awesome. Yeah. And so you have written the Joyful Living guidebook, which is all about staying centered and vibrant in our fast-moving world. So, like, Many people today feel drained, lost, or kind of overwhelmed. So, what are some of the simple but uh, powerful ways like people can bring more joy into their lives, daily lives?
Yes, I mean, in my book, I did my best to like share
Mm,
different ideas of what is joyful life for me. You know,
mm,
the practices like a meditation, journaling, like a morning walks, morning routines.
mm,
It's everything is grounding. I call it like
okay.
we get to understand we have a
Mm,
choice in our life, and
mhm,
our choice is living a joyful life, living a happy life, and get
mm,
clarity on what happy life for you, what joyful life for you. For example, for me, by having a cup of coffee or seeing sunrise or sunset or being in a park or being in the nature, it's
mm,
already made my day, you know, or do something very simple like
mm,
giving hug. And I'm just feeling like I'm focusing on the small things each day because it made my day, you know. And I'm feeling
mm,
like many times in my life or many times in my days, I do so much and I don't even pay
yeah.
attention like how much I've done in a day. When I meditate or I'm writing my gratitude journaling, I understand how much I have done. So, like,
Mm,
give yourself that space to appreciate what you have done today
yeah.
and appreciate what you have created today. We get to give ourselves this like a time of appreciation and at the same time
Mm,
live a joyful life, get clarity on joyful life, what it is a joyful life. For each of us it's going to be different, so get clarity on what joy for you and after create your joyful life based on that.
mm. That's amazing. Yeah. So, also, I really love that. I mean, so often we have overcomplicated happiness when it's really in the small and mindful actions we take that every day. So, also, like, you have embraced a nomadic and free-spirited lifestyle, traveling, selling art from your personalized van, and immersing yourself in the Burning Man community. So, what have been the most eye-opening lessons uh, from that kind of untethered existence?
Well, for me, I understood I'm living my dream life in the first place. I
Okay.
understood how creative I am, how powerful I am,
Hmm.
how happy I am actually, and how much I'm living in the moment. Really do like.
Hmm.
At the same time, I have a purpose in the planet Earth.
Correct.
So, like by me having that experience and living that experience, being hippie and living in my van and selling my art from my
Hmm.
van and going from the festival to festival, being in a Burning Man, being in the leadership team and the Burning Man, like it's a lot of like different thing that it's natural for me. You know, it's just a kind of like a
Hmm.
natural process of me being me. And at the same time, I learned one thing that I can do it later in my life as well. You know, like when I'm in my 50s or
Hmm.
60s, whatever, I still have, you know, like that time to do that because I really love enjoying to go from place to place in my van and see the sunrise and sunset and staying on the beach or like staying
Hmm.
in the mountain, like doing all this different amazing things through the time, through my days. And what I
Yeah.
learned from that experience is I have a purpose. You know, I get to
Hmm.
share my voice, and universe said to me that I get to share my voice with other human beings and help them to live their joyful life, help them actually or guide them
Hmm.
to live their joyful, being inspirational, being the example for
Hmm.
others that it's easy to do it. You know, it's easy to create that joyful life, and don't need to be so like so harsh on yourself, like or
Hmm.
punish yourself or whatever, because you have this amazing life and you live it. You do. You just do each. You do it every single day, and that's what I
Yeah.
learned. Like now, I have a different phase of my life that I'm creating. Yes, I could go and live my continue to live in my van, you know, continue to create the things I was creating. The things is like it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And at the same time, each of us
Hmm.
come to the point of our life when we know we have the purpose to accomplish, and that's
Yeah.
purpose. We don't know how long we get to do that. The thing is, we get to do that because
Hmm.
that's why we're here on the planet Earth. That's why we get to
Hmm.
create the reality and show that reality to other people. Because when I was thinking about Gandhi or Mandela
Hmm.
or that amazing human beings in the history, they created the reality. And
Yeah.
it took them many, 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 many years to
Hmm.
show that reality to the people. Like they commit years and years and years and years of their life
Hmm.
to create the thing that they were believing, and they were living it. They were working it. If you look at the
Hmm.
Salvador Dali or Walt Disney,
Yeah.
we're living in the world that they were believing in. You know, they created that world for us. So,
Hmm.
like, I believe we have the opportunity and we have capability of doing it for ourselves as well, and
Hmm.
create that reality by being authentic ourselves. That's
Hmm.
why I feel why people scary to live that magical life, and why they using their scarcity instead to use abundance. And I don't know, I don't have the clear answer to that yet. I just
Okay.
know that I get to be this example of joyful life, and I
Hmm.
get to be example of showing the abundance and joy in the world by being that abundance and joy of the world for others, and
Hmm.
say yes to all the experiences that I get to face in this lifetime with
Hmm.
gratitude and grace. And some experiences, it's not easy to face because they can be very, very ugly. At the same
Yeah.
time, you get to face them with gratitude and grace by knowing it's something good coming out from that as well.
Hmm.
That's light because I'm the light. I will filter it through my light and continue to create this joyful life no matter what.
Hmm. Exactly. That's lovely. That's really, really lovely. So, I mean, Burning Man is such a unique community, focused on self-expression and radical creativity. So, how has that experience influenced the way you live and create? What do you say?
Well, Burning Man influenced me in so many beautiful ways. I had just understood
Hmm.
life like a gift, and I understood when I'm in a Burning Man,
Hmm.
it's just people bringing the best of their country, of their culture,
Hmm.
of themselves, and they do the best to be as positive as
Yeah.
possible and loving as possible. Find solution and be giving. Be
Hmm.
very like learn how to be a giver,
Hmm.
from the place of giving. And the same time, I feel it's just many times it's just there in that space
Hmm.
by creating uh, people creating it for like 1 week.
Yeah.
When people getting out of that space, they still remember that they're givers and they can actually create the beautiful reality for themselves and people around them.
Hmm.
In the same time, they forget it very quick because of the stress, because of the money issue, because of like these ideas of the matrix
Hmm.
created for us. They're getting too scary of um, living the
Hmm.
abundance that it's there in the Burning Man. Because in the Burning
Hmm.
Man, everything is sharing. It's all about abundance and it's all about the joy. It's all about bringing these people together. We're creating a city, Black Rock City, for 1 week by building it together brick by brick, and after taking it off together. And I'm feeling like by learning that, it was such an amazing experience to see that we can create the reality we want to create. And for that, we need other people to believe in the same things. And we get to invite the people to believe in that
Hmm.
together with us. And it takes time and effort. And I'm feeling like we get to create that effort. We get to commit to that ourselves.
Hmm.
And if we're not going to commit, who is going to do that? If
Yeah.
we're not going to show up for ourselves, who is going to do that? So every time I'm asking myself, when I've been in a Burning Man community and showing up
Mm.
for others, building the community together, or like building the camp together, taking the camp together. I learned one thing: everyone likes to party, everyone likes to have
Mm.
fun. Nobody wants to build, and nobody wants to work hard towards
Mm.
what we're creating. Very, very few people who really commit to build. And the
Mm.
thing is, I want to connect in my lifetime to the people who really want to build from the heart, brick by brick. And that's, these people, even if it's going to be just a few people in my life, it's
Mm.
enough. It's more than enough. And I'm inviting other people to connect to their heart, to
Mm.
understand who they really are. Are you going to just, be in air all your life and just like, I call it like just moving in the air? It's possible too. It's time for us to thrive. It's not time for us to struggle, anything like that.
Mm.
It's time for us to live amazing life. The thing is who you decided to be, in what side. Do you want to be that person who just coming and go and just like kind of using and abusing the things, or you
Mm.
want to be that responsible one who creates that because that's what your heart is. I'm creating it not because I want something back. I create because I love it. I love to see people
Yeah.
having a great time. I love to see people enjoying it. Yes,
Mm.
it's not easy to see that people don't appreciate things and don't value things. That's our culture, especially like a young generation. They don't see and value what they have. They don't appreciate what they have. They're all
Mm.
about more party, more experience, more experience. And it's beautiful. I don't think it's something not beautiful. It's just
Mm.
each of us get to decide how they want to experience long-term things. And Burning Man is a great example for that.
Mm.
I believe people don't realize um, that it's not about money in the end of the day. It's about
Exactly.
connection and appreciation and
True.
the gratitude, because the experience itself, like what's happening was a Burning Man, is like people with money coming and they're just
Mm.
getting everything in, and like so other people who is building it for them, they're getting this money and they don't even make
Mm.
like so much money. They're just doing it because they love to do that. And so it's always like this giving and receiving things. It's always like this flow of giving and receiving. At the same time, it's not necessarily about money. It's not like I get to
Mm.
get money from you and I get to build something for you. It's about the energy. It's about this flow of energy that we're all creating together in that moment
Mm.
and working through that in that moment, through all the emotions, through all the different situations, through the understanding who we really
Mm.
are and how much we create, how much we authentic ourselves, because it faces so many, it triggers so many different things in us, because when you're not being valued the way you want to be valued, or
Yeah.
not be respected the way you want to be respected, it's all like you're facing a different, let's say,
Mm.
different you mirror different
Exactly.
you. At the same time, you understand that the universe, it's always returned in such an unconditional, in such a magical and wonderful way that you cannot even imagine. That
Mm.
instead to be bitter about the things that you kind of like imagine for yourself, what is good for you, or like what's a value for you, what is appreciation, the way you want to be appreciated or
Mm.
valued or respected. Forget about that. Forget about everything that been in your programmed. Like just appreciate, learn to appreciate the whole experience itself, the whole situation itself. Because when we warm up our heart and
Mm.
understand that each experience is just experience itself, we learn to understand it's all programs. It's so
Yeah.
many layers of different programs that we're living in, that we don't need anymore like this judge the way we want to judge ourselves, like the way respect works, or the way the value, or the way the appreciation works. No,
Mm.
knowing that me is me, the way I giving myself to others, and
Mm.
the way I show up for others. This is who I am today and now. This is authentic me, not because I want something back from that appreciation or respect. I just want to be me. It's my
Mm.
choice. And that's the way I am. And people will remember me or not remember me. I don't care about that part. I just, in the moment, in this authentic present moment, I'm me and I'm communicating me the way I want to be communicating things. Sometimes maybe I'm not like good to communicate things because I'm
Exactly.
too nice, or I'm too um, kind, because that's who I am, and
Yeah.
that's the way I am, and I cannot change that part of me. I just choose not to, because I feel like if I will bitter myself and be like beating myself up on being angry about things, the way it doesn't work the way I want it. No, I don't want to.
Exactly.
I don't want to spend that time and energy of thinking about that.
Mm.
And I
Correct.
just want to focus on how I can be better for myself
Mm.
first, how I can learn to express myself more clear with others, how I can express my voice with others. And
Exactly.
deeper I go within myself, deeper I understand what I like about myself and what I don't like. It's all one anyway. It's all one. It's all one. It's all like representation of everything around us through people, the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's what we get to learn, to love all of it,
Mm.
unconditionally love all of it. And not so many people can practice that nowadays. Everyone has the ideas and kind of like the way they want to be loved or the way they want to create things, and they respect that. The thing is, life is happening for us. We get to appreciate the whole day
Mm.
experience itself, because
Exactly.
one day we're not here anymore, and it doesn't matter how much money you have in your account, how much clothes and what clothes. The matter what you experience now while you're here.
True. Very true. I really love that perspective. Great, great, Isa. So your life is definitely a proof that there are no boxes we have to stay in, and the only ones who we choose to step out of. So, definitely, you inspire us to take risks, create without fear, and live with joy and purpose. So, for everyone who is listening, I encourage you, all of you, to think about what's holding you back from stepping into the life that you truly want, and what's one small step that you can take today or you are taking today. Do let us know in the comment section or on the social media platforms. Would love to hear from you. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and Aisha for sharing your expertise and the inspiration for sure. This is really an incredibly enriching conversation.
Thank you
So,
so much.
yeah. And for the listeners, if you love this episode, make sure to subscribe, share, and keep spreading the inspiration wherever you go. So, with this hope, until next time, stay creative, stay fearless, and keep making the waves. So, see you soon. Thank you so much.
Bye for now.
Yeah, it's a great conversation. Thank you so much.